hence why Forest Green are in this. Look like the barbarians, don't they? And just a completely kit-clashed green.
Yeah, but you can wear your own socks.
Yeah, they've got it's their training top of the green and black and the pink shorts and the pink socks. So it just looks a bit village for Forest Green, but I'm sure it's not planned, and the referees had to decide what they're going to wear, so it doesn't really change who's underneath the kit. It just looks a bit strange, we're not used to seeing it, but interesting nevertheless. Jordan Moore-Taylor tossing up now, so then their green and black training top, it's not their home kit, green and black's training top, and they are in their 1 to 11. It looks to be, although there's a 33 out there as well.
That's Tom Knowles in a 33.
It's actually Harvey Bunker in 33, bizarrely, so gosh knows where we are. Yes. Harvey Bunker in 33, McAllister in 7. Well, there's no point looking at the numbers from a Forest Green point of view, but the game's about to kick off.
I'll tell you what, the fun you could have today if you get booked.
Yeah.
What's your name, please, son? You should just make anything up, couldn't you?
Yes, it seems to have 1 to 11, apart from Bunker's in 33. Who's kicking off? So Forest Green are kicking off from left to right. It's a bit farcical here today. Forest Green in their kit. The fog adding a bit of something different around the atmosphere today. Forest Green fans, by the way, have travelled well. About 250 of them are away to the left-hand side. And Forest Green win the header up. And I have to say, in the fog, it is hard to pick out the two teams. Even though Forest Green are in their dark green, as Tamworth get on the right-hand side, and Tamworth in their black and red. It's tricky as McAllister goes they end a ball over the top. He's thrown towards the keeper now, but his first touch is heavy and it stays on with the keeper clutching into his hand. Jazz Singh, Gloucester City fans will know well. But I know we talk about the pitch a lot, Paul. The pitch and of course the kit. We will be talking about it because Forest Green are coming out in their training kit. It is hard, especially in these murky conditions, to clearly identify the two teams. McAllister wins the header, trying to find Quigley in the middle, but can't find him.
Yeah, Ryan Innes is quite identifiable at 6'5", isn't he? But yeah, beyond that, you're right, it is difficult picking out the players, and presumably they'll be able to pick out each other, A, because they're that little bit closer, but B, because you can go on the call, can't you?
But honestly,
communication's crucial.
If Forest Green win their pink and black tops, that'd be easier. Their shorts are easier to distinguish than their tops, with the same sort of dark colour than the Tamworth. Anyway, Forest Green give away a free kick. Number 33, Harvey Bunker, pushing the Tamworth player to the fore. It's about midway in the Forest Green half, a couple of yards in from the edge of the pitch, into the fog. This game already starts off a bit farcical. The fog is getting a little bit heavier. We can still see the corner flags, and we're sat on the halfway line. Stood on the halfway line, actually, at the back of this main stand, drifting into the penalty area of that free kick. Forest Green head it clear. Knowles charging down one end of the pitch to the other as Tamworth play it to the keeper, who launches it long into the murk. It's almost a bit of a shot there as Jed Ward manages to watch it bounce in front of him. It is an artificial pitch, so he's done well to judge that bounce.
Yeah, Ward did very well there. I mean, it was a long ball from Jazz Singh, wasn't it? And no panic either from Forest Green defenders or Jed Ward. Very noticeable, but Tamworth did have someone racing through just in case.
Cochrane Wallet takes a touch pass. McAllister charged down Singh again. Plays to the left-hand side, Tamworth's left. Forest Green looking to pull back through Long. He's at number 2 today. He's having a little word with number 22 of Tamworth, Inoro. Innes goes long, looking for Quigley in the middle. Look at his shirt pulled off. The referee gives nothing. Looking to get the ball back quickly, and it's full gratuitously for Knowles. The referee eventually gives the free kick. Forest going to have a bit of an advantage then, but the referee ball played back.
I wonder if it was for handball by the player on the floor.
Forest Green got to play it long here. May over it. It's just a couple of yards outside the edge of the centre circle, bang in the middle of the pitch. But Innes has trotted up. Tamworth keeping a man back. May over it.
I think the angle here is going to be crucial of the delivery.
Yeah, he could go right or left. Forest Green have put Quigley and Moore-Taylor on the left, Innes on the right. They're going to the left where Quigley is, who pushes the player to the floor. Referee right and gives a free kick Tamworth's way. And they play it up quickly, going up the right hand side. Good awareness that from Knowles on the far side, getting a block in there, setting off for a throw in.
And Tamworth looking very quickly to counter-attack. As soon as they got that free kick, it was a case of, right, get it on the floor, get it still, and then just play it forwards. And all of the front men running out of their own penalty area. They'd had everyone back in their box, and then just bomb forward, see if they can catch Forest Green asleep.
Well, Taylor doesn't have the most convincing clearances, and Tamworth have a snapshot near to the box which goes wide of Ward's goal for a goal kick. 4 minutes gone, still goalless here at the Lamb ground. So it might have gone off for a throw. It did that shot. It went off for a throw, which Long was going to take deep in his own half.
No, it was a goal kick. It's just rebounded off the hoarding behind the goal.
Yeah, Long returning the ball. The fog, it's not... Look, you can easily see it across the side of the pitch. You just can't see anything too clearly.
I don't think the floodlights helped when they were turned on just before the match. Very different conditions to what the warm-up was conducted in. Ward
finds quickly, wings the flick on well, looking for Knowles. He gets manhandled to the floor. Referee gives nothing, and Forest can continue at the left-hand side. There's options in the box, and McAllister can be found. He can't because the cross is blocked. May looking to pick up the loose ball. Does so, but referee gives a free kick against him. Good to see Circum back for Forest Green.
Yeah, real ball player, isn't he, for Forest Green, in that number 10 role just behind Joe Quigley, and brings an added goal threat as well for Forest Green.
And Forest Green defending with more Taylor. Back to Ward. Forest Green had some sort of kit issue before the game. They're in their training tops today, and their pink shorts and pink socks, the training green tops. You'd imagine they've had to hurriedly put numbers on because they've got the same colour and font as the Tamworth numbers. And they're all different numbers, not used to. Bunker, everyone's 1 to 11, apart from Bunker, who's got 33. Quigley's number 9 in the middle. Innes to Bunker. Clipped forward. Finds Quigley. It's quite far back, does well to hold the play up and find Long. McAllister wants it in the middle, but Long keeps the ball himself. Eventually does find McAllister well, but he can't get past his man, and Tamworth clear from the back. Long through Deej. Said the pitch is 3G, but it seems to be acting quite true. It's not catching anyone by surprise. The ball goes off for a throw-in on the far side for Tamworth.
And I think that's what the rubber crumb does to it. It just gives it that little bit more realistic sense that, if anyone ever played on one of the old school AstroTurfs, it's, a more dead bounce than that. Maybe almost too dead a bounce.
Thrown for Tamworth. By the way, Tamworth do have, those who've been following them in the FA Cup, the long throw, which you'd have seen well publicised. That's Tom Tanks. He's on the bench. And they are unchanged, Tamworth, so he's not featured in the last game either, as Tamworth go down the left-hand side. Innes clears, too powerfully hit to McAllister's shins, and Tamworth get the ball back in the final third, but the ball's blocked as they try and get towards the penalty area. But they go again. And a good flick, and sees Tamworth going towards the ball. The offside flag goes up, and Forest Green managed to clear. Surely the referee shouldn't have. They're mic'd up, so it took a while to hear or see the offside flag. But the offside flag was risen, and it was about 5 seconds after he eventually stopped play.
Yeah, it was a good save in there by Jed Ward as well, though, wasn't it? From the number 22 for Tamworth, who's playing down the left-hand side. Bekray Anoru, who's just flagged offside, but that clever flick, wasn't it? And they're alert, Tamworth. That's the first thing that you could really notice about them. Quick free kicks, little flicks, and anywhere where they can switch on and gain an advantage, they will. And why wouldn't you?
Forest Green winning themselves a throw in the Tamworth half, taken quickly, looking for Circum. Robson pops up on the left-hand side, finds May in the middle. Long's making a run on the right. It's overhit to him, and goes off for a throw-in. He's had a good following from Forest Green there behind Jed Ward. I reckon a good 200, 250 of them.
Yeah, it's a strange terrace as well. You stood on it years ago when both teams survived here on the last day of the season. I walked round it earlier for the first time, and what you don't necessarily see just looking at it from front on is that there are lots of small brick walls, and so the terrace is one terrace, but it's partitioned by brick walls every so often. That's to allow for the pillars of the roof overhead. So very sort of strange in that way, but Forest Green fans have filled it pretty well.
They have, yeah. I think the pitch has been dropped as well over the last few years. There's also a bit of a slope which is levelled out when they put the artificial pitch in. The canister dropping further back because Long's in quite an advanced position at the moment. Bunker going down the left hand side looking for Robson, but the ball's get nipped off him by Tamworth, looking to build up from the back, but Robson gets the ball back by the corner flag. He's wearing number 3 today. Bunker in the middle, heads it forward. Quigley's already going to welcome return of Forest Green's hold-up play. Has already influenced the game Forest Green's way. Forest Green a free kick just inside the final third.
And he's been pretty mobile as well, Joe Quigley. He's held the ball up in deep areas, in wide areas. And a booking there for...
Yeah, George Morrison got the booking, I think, for Tamworth. Not sure what for. Didn't seem to be too bad a tackle, aiming for a bit of descent. Innes trotting up for this free kick. About 20 yards or so inside his Tamworth half. Forest Green in there training tops today due to a kick clash. I don't know what time they would have found out. If it was early on, they could have nipped home. Not the longest of trips to Gloucestershire.
I think it may have been just as the team sheets were handed in, because you put team colours on the team sheet.
Sure, Steve Cotcher's thoughts after that. Roger won't be happy as far as he can put the ball into the box. Looking for more Taylor. Wins the first header, but he's offside. The referee blows his whistle. He's in a nice luminous yellow kit. Is Paul Marsden, the referee today. Innes trapped back really quickly there because he knew that crease rear for Tamworth was wanting this free kick to be taken quickly to him. Innes was wary. He put on the afterburner to get back in line. The goalkeeper wasn't aware of it. Singh for Tamworth. Plays the free kick long. Bunker with the head looking for Quigley but can't find him. May wins the second ball. He gives it straight into the path of Tamworth, who go down the middle. Forest Green clear through May. He's wearing number 8 today. As Tamworth clear it to the left hand side. The ball spins on and Long has to head it off for Tamworth throw. About 6-7 yards up from the corner flag in an attacking position. Crockett Mollet has got, looked like he's going to give himself a longish throw, but throws it back to Milnes. Back to Fletcher, who switches it to the right hand side into the fog where we are. Robson comes away with it, taps it to Serkin. Knowles on the left hand side trying to thread the ball through to Robson, who's continuing the run. He popped up in the middle. Serkin wins the ball back really well there in the Tamworth half, staying on his feet and clinically getting the ball as well. Bunker to Long on the right. Ball to McAllister. Back to Bunker. And Innes has it in his own half. Initial momentum's gone there from Forest Green's attack. Quickly goes deep to retrieve the ball on the halfway line. Looks for options. Looking busy as Quigley.
Yeah, and interestingly, Hayden Hollis, former Forest Green defender, of course, didn't want to follow Joe Quigley completely all the way back to the halfway line. Let him have it, which is what Harry Cardwell hasn't been able to get in the last couple of games that I've seen him.
No, Quigley not injured, more ill. He had quite his bad norovirus or something, which took a bit of weight off him. Innes has time in his own half. Still goalless here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. 12 minutes gone. Goes long into the hands of Jez Singh. He's in a all-white top and shorts and socks. And takes already more than 6 seconds as he to play the ball upfield. Quigley lurking inside. There's a little twirl.
That's the second time he's done that.
Popular player at Gloucester City. Tamworth trying to make space in the Forest Green half. Forest Green had the ball back and Long gets collatted. He put his head down and the Tamworth player put a high boot onto it, and the referee rightly gave the Forest Green a free kick.
Yeah, there was a deceptive bounce there and Sean Long could see what was coming. He'd sort of gone to get it on the full, missed, and then realised, actually, better stick my head in there. I'll win a free kick. He didn't get hurt, but there was a high foot. Clever play by Sean Long.
Forest Green go long, again too long, into Singh's hands. The fog isn't causing too much of a problem, but I'm just looking at the corner flag away on the far side where we are on the left. It's getting more and more out of vision. Bunker whacks it looking for Knowles on the left hand side, but the ball goes away from him into the hands of Singh again, who bowls it out to the right hand side. The Tamworth still have space, but they play it back to the defence. Digi back to Singh, being charged down by Quigley. Long with a powerful header, finds McAllister in space in the Tamworth half. His first touch takes him past one play, gets dragged to the floor, and Tamworth usher the ball out for a goal kick. Good defending, staying on his feet then did Hayden Hollis, and Marshall McAllister up well. He gets the applause from the Tamworth fans for it.
Yeah, it was one of those, I think Carl McAllister's first touch was a little bit too heavy, and that's where the artificial pitch is different from the normal grass surface, and Hayden Hollis was just able to use his strength, run alongside Carl McAllister and ensure that he didn't have any further defending to do.
Singh with the goal kick. Still goalless here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Have a little look at the latest National League scores here on this Boxing Day, as Long rushes the ball out for a goal kick. Cheltenham Town hosting Crewe Alexander over at Wadden Road. We'll pass the Crewe bus on the M5 up to Tamworth this morning. Ward has gone way to the corner flag to retrieve this ball. We're in the back of the nice main stand here at Tamworth, 7 or 8 rows deep. Rest of the ground terracing, hosting Tottenham Hotspur in the third round of the FA Cup in a few weeks' time.
Loads of schools in the National League. Aldershot 0, Woking 1. Fylde 1, Rochdale 0. Southend 1, Ebbsfleet 0. And those are the only goals so far. All other games 0-0.
Well, he could go top as Quigley tries to go past his man and eventually fouls his man and forever gives a free kick Tamworth's way. York have got an evening kick-off, so Forest Green win and Barnet draw. Sorry, just Barnet lose. Just breaking away because there's a player down for Forest Green on the halfway line. I think it might be Knowles there. It's in the fog where we are on the far side. The referee trots away.
Yeah, looks like Tom Knowles.
If he's okay. Hard to see as well with the numbers. We keep having to say that Forest Green have had, would imagine, the back end of a kick clash. So they've got to wear their training tops today and quickly had some numbers put on the back of them. Nowhere near matching, or trying to match where their normal squad numbers. Tamworth go long from that free kick, looking to go in the penalty area. They do so successfully. The loose ball has fallen fortuitously for them. Ryan is staying strong and linking up well as Forest Green try to clear their lines with Bunker, and this gets fouled on the way. Referee's been a bit whistle happy today. It's Paul Marsden.
Or he's been definite and has quickly given free kicks.
Yeah, he's following the line of the law.
Yeah. A little bit slower in giving an offside when the flag was raised, but actually his free kick decision making has been very prompt.
That fog's getting a bit worse there on the far side as Ward gets the ball back. It's hard to get a clear Met Office reading on fog. If you've got the rain, it says it's going to get heavier or worse, and fog's just fog more often than not. Long back to Innes. But it's certainly foggy here in Tamworth. Moore Taylor, wearing number 4, plays it over the top looking for Knowles. Tamworth thinks it might be offside. The referee's assistant agrees and eventually waves his flag. Not been the most intense start. 18 minutes gone, still goalless here.
I mean, the irony is, of course, that with the fog today, what do you need to get rid of fog? You need a bit of wind to blow it away, but conditions very, very still. We passed a windsock which was just completely limp on the motorway on the way up, and conditions today not ideal, but at the other extreme.
Tamworth having the ball there to the penalty area. Half calls for a free kick. This time the referee doesn't blow up, and Forest Green looks to come away with it through Bunker. Throws too much of the ball and gets dispossessed. Quite a dangerous position as Tamworth go forward through Cockle Mollet down the left hand side. Placed forward to a teammate going down the left. I think it might have been Morrison, it was. Wins himself a throw-in? Or something about a corner. The first corner of the game down the left-hand side. These murky conditions. Forest Green with every man back defending this corner. Tamworth putting the big men up there. Hayden Hollis trotting to the 6-yard box. Forest Green with most players in the 6-yard box themselves. It's congested there. Goes towards the far post. Innes wins the first header. Goes really high, but not too far away from goal. Back to the corner taker, who's being charged down, well charged down by Knowles, who storms up the pitch trying to get the rebound. The ball played back to Singh, the keeper. Good defending that from Forest Green. Knowles immediately charging on the players. They couldn't get the ball into the box. Moore Taylor deals with the long ball. And Tamworth have it again on the halfway line, gifting it to Knowles, plays it to the left-hand side to Sercombe, flicks it to McAllister. Tamworth are tracking back, trying to play the perfect ball back to Sercombe. As the referee gives another free kick Tamworth's way, but there was 5 Tamworth players around him and only Sercombe there to pass to. One of the 5 intercepted.
Well, it was a great piece of improvisation, wasn't it, by Liam Sercombe. Little flick on to try and find Kyle McAllister, but just didn't quite get enough distance on it. It was a mishit pass by Tom Knowles in the first place, but that's one of the first opportunities Forest Green have actually had to get a couple of players in a 2-on-1, but Tamworth really alert. Their midfield got back quickly.
Well, Taylor heads it further upfield, but Tamworth return head tennis. The bench are trying to bring the ball down. Forest Green. Sercombe to Knowles playing up the left. He's wearing his 11, which he normally does wear. Singh for Tamworth plays the ball back upfield. And it's a bit like rugby, isn't it? Kicking from end to end. Moore Taylor plays it back into the Tamworth half, and it goes down the left. Quickly might be able to keep it on. He puts a shift in. He does by the corner flag, but his touch plays it back to McAllister. The penalty area shot is a powerful one and blocked by Tamworth off of Forest Green's first corner. Forest Green's best chance of the game so far. Yeah,
and that's all down to the hard work of Joe Quigley. Looked like a lost cause, managed to keep it on. Then we thought his touch was heavy. He still didn't give up, didn't let it go out for a goal kick. Perfect pullback. Carl McAllister shot blocked, but Rovers have got a corner from something that looked like a lost cause. And, you know, Joe Quigley at the moment is impressing.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's been a welcome return. Before he got that illness, he was really improving game on game. And he's improved his influence in the game a lot today. This is Forest Green's first corner. Played towards the near post. Moore Taylor gets the first glancing touch on it. Goes off for goal kick the other side. But it was a good chance there for Forest Green.
I think almost 2 players going for the same ball got in each other's way. I'm not sure they got anything on it. It might have just curled round and gone straight off for a goal kick, having been in the 6-yard box. But bizarre, they were able to get that close to the goal. It was only 2 or 3 yards out, and you know, Jazz Singh had obviously been boxed in, wasn't commanding his goal. Big opportunity for Forest Green, that.
Yeah, it was. They've 22 minutes gone. We're in the first half, still goalless. And Knowles has it on the halfway line. Good chest to take the ball past his man. Just Bunker on the right. Back to Long, and who scuffs his clearance up the line. You can hear the Tamworth fans who enjoyed that. Bunker played the ball a bit too powerfully to him.
Yeah, it was a firm pass from Bunker, and Long's touch to control it actually allowed it to bounce, and the ball bobbled, and he sliced it, shanked it off the instep of his foot, and it's gone up onto the roof of the stand. Not ideal for Sean Long.
Forest Green defending this throw in their green training tops, pink socks and pink shorts. Their golden numbers printed on them. As Knowles goes down the left-hand side, takes a bit of touch and go, but the ball goes off for a throw-in. The fog is staying at the moment. That corner flag is a testing point. We can still see it, just. We're near the halfway line, I can see the goals, and the assistant referee can see across the pitch as well. Interesting though, isn't it? Because we talk about this kit clash, we're going to be talking about it throughout the game. I'm sure the pink would show up more differential between Tamworth, who have the ball outside the penalty area for the home team, looking to go into the penalty area, and Uru gets his cross blocked, and the ball balloons up, and Ward clutches it. Forest Green, it could go top today, results go their way, and at the moment, Paul, there is a goal involving one of those games.
It's just Checking on the scores.
Yeah, York are playing this evening. Barnet with a 3 o'clock kickoff.
And they're a goal down at home to Sutton.
Yeah, so if Forest Green win and if Barnet lose, Forest Green will go top. York playing at the 5:30 kickoff. Lots of ifs and buts. There's only 23 minutes gone here. It's goalless here in the fog. It's more Taylor has it on the left-hand side. Normally you associate fog with Forest Green being at home. I can't think of a foggy game where they've actually played away. Quickly on the halfway line, chests the ball down well, taps it too long. Ball run off for throwing. Long's touch was good, but it just couldn't bring the ball down in time to keep the ball on the pitch.
Well, he was right on the touchline and was going back towards his own goal as well, so he was on the move. It wasn't one of those where you get your body completely behind it, and Tamworth nearly make a hash of their throw-in as well.
A bit of head tennis gone with either side. Tamworth get the ball back and bring the ball down well for the impressive Chris Rea, but it all fizzes up for nothing, and Forest Green have a throw-in in the Tamworth half. Still goalless here. Quigley lurking on the halfway line. Got Hollis shouting instructions right in his ear. Knowles is drifting away on the left. Forest Green have the throw-in on the right. And throw it up the line, trying to find Quigley deep in the Forest Green half. And this is a defensive header. Tamworth pick up the scraps. Going to get a shot away outside the area, taking a good touch in. Eventually the shot comes in into the hands of Ward, but probably the just answer Tamworth then. Bekwe and Oru finding space.
Really good positioning and really good handling by Jed Ward. Got his body behind it, and then his handling was absolutely secure. Tamworth players following it in. There were players around him, but no hint of a rebound coming back from him there.
Long trying to marshal Tamworth away from goal. Morrison getting closer to him. Goes back to Hollis on the halfway line. Gets the man on call from the fans and his teammates because Quigley was lurking. Tamworth look to go up their right hand side. They do so successfully. It's well to bring the ball down and put the ball into the penalty area. Finding an over again, looking to find space to shoot for Ray, and a fantastic save from Ward. Ray picked up his spot. Ward diving away to his left hand side. That's a go eye as well to tip that ball off, and Paul, that was a good save.
Yeah, brilliant save by Jed Ward. Ray has just opened his body up. He's trying to curl it around a defender, and in that point, as a goalkeeper, you know there's only one spot that he's going for. On your bike, get the foot movements in before you take off and dive, and he's covered a lot of distance there. Fantastic save.
Equal to Tamworth corner. Forest Green got every man back, all but two of them are back in the 6-yard box. Tamworth overloading the far post. Corner gets taken in towards that far post, and the congested 6-yard box, and the header from Cockrell Mollet goes centimetres wide after getting that free header.
Yeah, and Forest Green can breathe a sigh of relief because that was close from Cockrell Mollet. Headed it down, just didn't quite get the direction on it.
Keep the pressure on, keep the pressure on.
Forest Green trying to put it up from the back. Sirkin deep in his own half, retrieving it just outside the edge of his own area. Back to Moore Taylor. That fog's getting worse by that corner flag as Moore Taylor plays the ball long. Looking for Quigley. He's getting his shirt pulled off. Referee gives a free kick Forest Green's way. 10 yards or so inside the Tamworth half. They look to take the free kick quickly. Referee says no. Go back to where you started.
Yeah, it wasn't in the right spot. It was 5 yards further forward than it should have been.
Forest Green with this free kick. A couple of yards inside the Tamworth half.
Referee still not happy.
And I'm not sure what was wrong with that then.
Don't know, but even the home fans in front of us are calling him pedantic.
Yeah, he has been today. Good word from the fans in front of us. Come and join us here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Myself, Billy Hunt, Paul Furley, bringing you commentary on this Forest Green Rovers game against Tamworth. Currently 0-0.
28th minute.
Forest Green in there training top due to a kick clash.
Elsewhere, goalless on DAB between Cheltenham and Crewe.
Innes searching for that free kick, wins the first header, can't find a teammate with it though, but Knowles picks up the second ball. Back to May, 40 yards out, clips to Innes, is making a good run, gets the header across goal but can't find a teammate in the green training top and pink shorts, a Forest Green. Forest can get the ball back on the halfway line through Robson. Goes down the left to Knowles. Innes still lurking. Wins up a free kick then, does Knowles. It's taken quickly to Quigley. Too quickly. Quigley wasn't ready for it, and Tamworth clear. And Forest Green force the ball out for a throw-in. It's getting foggy here at the Lamb Ground. Tamworth play it to the left. That's hit, and it goes off for a throw-in. Actually, it's very well kept on then by Cockrell Mollett. Slice keep the ball on. And I think the ball might have gone off there, but the assistant referee on the far side probably couldn't see it. But Tamworth keep the ball in play. Spreading to the right. Hayden Hollis plays it to the left. McAllister intercepts, looks for options, clips forward. Bunker's making a run. Hollis gets there first and hoofs it up to the field. And Moore Taylor gets the ball back. Wearing the number 4 today.
Elsewhere, Bishop's Cleeve 2-0 up at Evesham in the Southern League Division 1 South.
Ennis forward too quickly. Again, the shirt's being pulled. Referee doesn't give anything that time. You can see his torso in quickly from it. Circum on the left gets himself a throw-in. Half guessing now, aren't we, the players on the far side due to the fog. Quigley brushes past 2, taps it to Knowles, edge of the area. Knowles plays past one man beautifully, gets off on shots. Good save from the keeper. And Hollis wops up for Tamworth. Looking to clear up the line. Another good chance of Forest Green.
Yeah, that's, I think, a better chance than the first one that they had. And really good smart save by Jazz Singh. Diving low down to his left, got down well. The rebound also went to one of his defenders. Tamworth able to clear, but Forest Green looking lively. Both sides actually looking pretty lively as well.
Innes, number 5 today, to May the number 6 in the makeshift Forest Green kit. Moore Taylor in his own half. Back to Ward. Innes trotting upfield. Plays it, looking for Quigley, wins the flick on. Quigley giving away a free kick. Unsure what for. I want it. Cheers from the fans there. We're on the halfway line and struggling to see the corner flags now. I'd imagine those fans behind the goal can't see too much. The Forest Green fans way to our left hand side, they've got Jed Ward in front of him and they're shooting the other end of the pitch. They'll do all they can to keep this game on, but it's getting a bit worse, this fog. As Forest Green play the ball back towards another goal in that Barnet game, Paul.
Yep, I should tell you first of all, Gloucester City 1-0 up at home to Swindon Supermarine. Harry Pynchon with the goal there for the Tigers. And the latest then in the National League game between Barnet and Sutton. Barnet have equalised, so it's Barnet 1, Sutton 1.
0-0 here at the Lamb Ground here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. 32 minutes gone. Forest Green playing it now on the far side. May we think it's cleared, looking for McAllister. Taps it to Bunker, who leaves it for long on the right, edge of the area. The first time ball into the box. Knowles with the header goes wide for a goal kick. Forest Green a free header, and the chances are coming more and more here for Forest Green.
They are. Fantastic cross by Long. Harvey Bunker, we know he can time his runs into the penalty area very well. Just got a little bit too much on that and just misdirected it. Good downward header, but past the far post. Elsewhere, I gave you a score of Gloucester City 1-0 up at home to Swindon Supermarine. Harry Pynchon. Actually, that was the equaliser from Pynchon. Swindon Supermarine scored the opener much earlier on in this half. So, at New Meadow Park, Gloucester City 1, Swindon Supermarine 1.
McAllister search from the centre of the field, but seeing the keeper for Tamworth, played for the aforementioned Gloucester City, clears up 9. Tamworth in the Forest Green half, through Fletcher with space, switches it to the right into the murk and the fog. Tamworth have it there, and Robson looking to clear by the corner flag, which we can hardly just see, but the ball into the area. Innes clears with his first header, back to McAllister, taps it back too long, who clears it upfield to Quigley, who doesn't get a touch onto that. McAllister still running hard, charging down Cockrell Mollett. A shirt pull there from Long. Referee doesn't give it, but Forest Green play the ball out for a throw-in. This fog then, Paul, it's getting a little bit worse, isn't it? And
yeah,
I think it's okay at the moment.
We're 10 yards into the Tamworth half at the moment, and Jazz Singh is much more visible to us than Jed Ward. And all right, Jazz Singh's nearly on the halfway line at the moment as well to talk, but when they're in their goals, Singh is much easier to spot than Ward, which tells you the most of the fog and the worst of the fog is away to our left.
Thrown for Tamworth. They go long. Cleared though by Forest Green. Back to the halfway line of Fletcher. Puts the ball deep into that fog. Long loses out on the header. Goes off for a goal kick. Forest Green get a chance to reset. Forest Green's dugouts on the far side. We can't really see who's out lurking. I think Dan Connor might be there. Steve Cottrell is around today. Didn't get a chance to speak to him before the game. Probably dealing with the kit issues. Trying to tell the referee how Forest can play the game. They've playing in their training top today with their pink shorts and pink socks. McAllister thinks he just got fouled then. He got a shove on the back. Referee gives a throw in as the ball goes out for Tamworth. At least the game's playing, Paul. We've seen kit clashes have games called off. Was it last season or season before in the National League South? Dorking travelled all the way to Truro and that game called off. Singh takes a touch in his area and clears upfield. So it's good that we're actually seeing football here, even though Forest Green are in their training kit. And Knowles plays it back to May. Forward to Knowles, crosses the halfway line. McAllister on the right wants it. Knowles continues his run, clips it forward to Knowles. Knowles, can he get a touch onto it? He can't. The ball goes off for a Forest Green throw as it's cleared by the corner flag.
Yeah, really intelligent stuff by Tom Knowles, and pointed to Carl McAllister. I thought that's where he wanted McAllister to go. No, he played the ball to McAllister and then went to where he pointed, where he was going, and then just a little bit of pressure on the back of the defender, made sure the defender got the first touch. Therefore, if it goes out, he goes out for a corner. He has to play it out for a throw-in, and Forest Green with another set-piece opportunity.
Long with it. Hasn't got the longest of throws, ironically, as he drives the ball. McAllister creates an option to his right, gets the ball nipped off him, and the Forest can get the ball back to McAllister. Back long, first time ball in towards the far post. Bunker wins the first header. Robson's there on the far side, and Tamworth scuff their clearance. Bunker trying to bring the ball down. May taps the ball to the left, goes up for a throw.
Harvey Bunker was also having his shirt pulled off of him as well when he was going up for that in the penalty area. Referees never seem to give those, do they?
36 minutes gone. Forest Green Rovers 0, Tamworth 0 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Thrown for Tamworth by their corner flag. So the players stolen a few yards up there. The referee's telling him to don't go any further. Reminder that Forest Green are playing in their training top in pink shorts and pink socks today, and it's very foggy as well. Quickly taps to McAllister on the right edge of the D, thinks about having a shot first time, takes a touch instead, goes to the penalty, goes to his right foot, powerful shot into the goal for Forest Green, off the crossbar. McAllister picked his moment, thought he might have taken a touch too many, blasted it when he was 6 yards out, but Forest Green 1-0 ahead.
Fantastic goal by Carl McAllister. He was running diagonally across the penalty area, but what he's got is he's got two great feet. You're thinking, what, does he try and check back onto his left and curl? No, just kept going, and then has fired it just under the crossbar. It's come off the crossbar, but the power is what's beaten Jazz Singh, and that is a fantastic finish from Carl McAllister. Just shows the value, the added danger of a two-footed player who can shoot off of either foot, and Carl McAllister, really dangerous player. That could be a crucial and vital goal for Forest Green.
Really good finish from Carl McAllister. He's thinking about going for the glory, isn't he? Shooting outside the edge of the D and outside the penalty area. Took a few touches. Tamworth came crawling back. They managed to get a few men behind between him and the goal. He just lashed it with technique. It wasn't just a me and you sort of finish. He hit it as hard as he could. It came off the crossbar, the underside, and went into the goal. Forest Green fans I think they did see that. They cheered pretty quickly after it went in, but it would have been a murky from their vista.
Yeah, now we're off to have a second restart because Ray had run too early into the Forest Green half.
And Ray Searcher on the left-hand side, and it goes over the top of him for a Forest Green throw. That goal after about 37 minutes, so we've still got a good 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. We are top of the league as the Forest Green fans, with them currently winning, Barnet drawing. York aren't playing later, so it could be a case of Forest Green top for not too long. Referee gives a free kick Forest Green's way. Bunker pushed to the floor. May looking to go down the left hand side, looking for Knowles. Gives the thumbs up, it goes off for a Tamworth throw. And we'll take it quickly in their own half. Almost showing it too much of the ball, but Slocum just couldn't get himself in position to get the ball back, and Tamworth building up amongst the defence. Gifting it to Carl McAllister. Don't want to do that. What he just did, putting Forest Green ahead, but he couldn't get a ball forward. Bunker mops up, finds McAllister again, drifts past two players. Goes down the left, looking to find, I think, Knowles, but that fog is, of course, got a few problems.
Well, McAllister's buzzing at the moment, isn't he, after that goal? It's almost like he's one of those players in a computer game that, he's the star player. He flashes when he's in possession at the moment because he seems to be everywhere.
We manually make them 99 everything and really good. That's what Carl McAllister seems like at the moment. He's doing everything pretty good. Good finish from him. He's a player that Forest Green want to keep hold of come January. I know there's no transfer windows for the National League, but I'm not going to say it too loud. He can easily play in League 2. But
he played for Forest Green in League 1, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully he'll be playing for Forest Green in League 2. Long way to go. But here at Tamworth, 5 minutes to go till half time. Forest Green are leading by a goal to nil, thanks to Carl McAllister.
Oh, we seem to just lost our line over to the game for Forest Green Rovers at Tamworth with a lead by a goal to nil. Let's go back to a different line then and bring you commentary for Tamworth 0, Forest Green Rovers 1 with Paul Foley and Billy Hunt.
Thanks, Steve. Yes, Billy just sorting out the line. I'll continue on this line while Billy sorts out the other line. Ball's out of play at the moment. Forest Green have hooked it out for a Tamworth throw-in on the far side in amongst the gloom of the fog over there, and so we wait for, we presume, McGinley to take the throw-in 15 yards away from the corner flag on the right wing for Tamworth. In the gloom under the glow of the floodlights, and it goes back deep to Milnes, and then Milnes plays the ball back out wide, but Forest Green have won the ball back through Knowles, and he tries to play the ball down the line and release quickly, but doesn't quite get the angle right, and it's killed out for a throw-in to Tamworth, 15 yards inside their own half. On the far side, the Tamworth right. A reminder of the teams today. Tamworth unchanged from the side that won 2-1 at Sutton on Saturday. Forest Green, 3 changes from the side that drew 1-1 at home to Aldershot at the weekend. Into the team for Forest Green come Quigley, Knowles and Circum. Tamworth take the throw-in, play it down the line, and good pressure there from Jamie Robson in the left-back position, but Milnes for Tamworth, and then they lay it back, play a probing ball forward, but that's cleared first time by Ryan Innes up to Quigley, who heads it back on the bounce, and then the return ball to Quigley is overhit and out for another throwing to Tamworth on the far side. And they'll just take a couple of yards and then throw it back into play from just 8 yards shy of halfway through Crompton. And then we'll return you to the main commentary from Billy Hunt as Forest Green just clear that. So let's rejoin Billy.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, good feelings out from Moore Taylor. Hopefully we're back on all frequencies, apart from DAB Digital Radio, you can hear us okay. There's a few technical issues around the ground today. We've been struggling to dial in, but we dropped out briefly just for half time. Nothing too major happened. There was a good ball into the box though, which Forest Green had to deal with well. For this to go for the Tamworth throw, which they looked to take short. Actually, there's a long option there. They are going to go option through Cockle Mollet. They do eventually go short, actually. Cleared, taking everyone off guard. The ball's pinballing around. Forest Green do well to clear through quickly. And it's mopped up by Tamworth. Ben Milnes playing into the middle. Forest Green are leading by a goal to nil. Knowles charging down that ball. It goes off over the low terrace into the housing stick behind the far side there. Way to our right, if it wasn't for the fog, would be in the shadow of the Tamworth Snow Dome, which dominates the sky in and around Tamworth.
Very festive.
Yeah, couldn't have time to have a little toboggan down today. Bit of traffic up the M5 as Forest Green give away another throw midway in the Tamworth half. They play it back to the defence, but Singh comes a long way out of his area to clear up the line as McAllister's charging him down. Good ball from him, and it might result in a corner as Robson gets a touch onto it, and it goes off for that corner. I think it's Robson there, as the fog is making it a bit tricky there, and as is Forest Green's haphazardly, I wouldn't say haphazard, but not the normal numbers they've got on there. They're in the training kit today, so they've got the gold numbers we assume that they borrowed from Tamworth, quickly printed on.
Yeah, I think it was Jamie Robson who just got that little bit of a header on the ball, just that slight flick after Jazz Singh's clearance, and then realised that he had to try and turn and prevent the corner, which he couldn't do.
Taken into the Forest Green area. Shoot was the response from Tamworth fans as the loose ball fell to Enero on the edge of the area. It was a swerving shot, hit the side netting. The fans on the far side think it went inside. Thankfully it went on the outside of the net, but it's still 1-0 to Forest Green.
Well, from our angle we were right behind it, and it was always going wide. Got a bit of an ooh, but as Frank Gregan used to say, you get nothing for an ooh, not in this game.
Fourth official's about to signal how much time's added on. We're in just gone for 45. He's signalling 11, but I think it's 1. He's got 2 1s up there. 1 minute of time added on. 1 minute of injury time to go. 0-0 at Wadden Road as Ward gets ready to play the ball up the field. Quigley wins the flick on, but McAllister can't get onto it though, and Tamworth clear up the field. And bring the ball down the halfway line to Tamworth, playing the ball up the left. Overhit there, goes off for a Forest Green throw. Only 25 seconds to go of that minute. Forest Green leading by that McAllister goal 2-0.
Elsewhere, Gloucester City, just before the break, Kieran Phillips has put them 2-1 up at home to Swindon Supermarine. Response 1-0 down, and also lost 6-0 at Plymouth Parkway on Saturday.
Quickly brings the ball down so well just inside his own half, but can't get past the traffic of the Tamworth defence, but the referee blows for the half-time. West Forest Green a goal to 0 up. Good chances for both teams. Ward has had a fantastic save, as has Singh as well, had to make a couple himself. Forest can go and head through McAllister. Bit of a solo goal really. Once he had the ball on the edge of the area, went into it with skill, and not as much skill as his technical and powerful finish. Crossbar to Forest Green 1-0 up, and Forest Green, they worthy for it?
Yeah, I think so. Steve Cottrell will certainly feel that way. They've had a few things to deal with, and at the moment they're dealing with them pretty well. It's a lively game. Tamworth are worthy opponents. You know, they're very bright. They know how to play these conditions. They're very switched on as a team, and Forest Green need to be alert to that. But at the moment, Forest Green have done pretty well, and they've got the goal from Carl McAllister. They've got themselves something to build on in the second half.
Fog and Kit has been a lot of talking to. Firstly on the fog, the natural light certainly is going away, and the floodlight's coming into more effect. Not sure it's going to help or hinder things, but it seems to be quite settled, the fog is in. It's not got much worse the last 10 minutes. You can easily see both goals from the halfway line. The assistant referees can see across the pitch. Forest Green's kit as well has been interesting. They've had to put on their training tops today, so they've got their green training tops, pink and black shorts and pink and black socks, and they've had to hurriedly print some numbers on the back. They would always go to 1 to 11 apart from Harvey Bunker, who's randomly got 33 on, and it was a farcical start, Paul, wasn't it? But I think you've got to take a while to get used to these conditions and the kit.
You have, and you've got to play what's in front of you, and that's what Forest Green are doing. I also wonder if, having looked at the pitch, some of the players had a few thoughts, and Steve Cottrell wanted to just get into their heads and make sure that their approach today was absolutely spot on, and I think by and large it has been pretty good. Joe Quigley's been excellent as well, brought into the team today, been very mobile, leading the line, leading the attack, and Rovers a goal up at the break.
Quigley very good. Carl McAllister has been excellent, putting Forest Green ahead here at Tamworth. Join us for commentary in about 10 or so minutes time. Sorry for the little technical issues earlier on in the half time here. Forest Green are leading by a goal to 0.
Kitchen.
BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
So half-time in your commentary matches then here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Cheltenham Town 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Tamworth 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. We'll round up the other scores in the National League, in Football League 2 and of course in the Premier League where they've got a full programme as well today. Other local games as well being played this afternoon in the Southern League Premier South and the Southern League Division 1 South. All that to come during this half-time interval before we go back for second half commentary.
When your dream is to reach the Olympics or Paralympics,
The reality can be a long and tough journey.
This just feels like he's been ages working towards this.
I'm Rebecca Adlington.
and I'm Kristen Coombs. Join us on New Year's Eve for Paris Grassroots to Glory.
For me, it was just focused on crossing that line first.
We'll hear from members of Team GB and Paralympics GB who brought home medals from Paris.
I was told I was never going to be able to swim competitively again.
We'll also hear from their proud family, friends and teachers who have helped them achieve their dreams.
Couldn't ask for more than that, I don't think.
Paris Grassroots to Glory.
New Year's Eve morning from 9.
This is Match Day, your Boxing Day Match Day on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Season's greetings. Hope you had a lovely Christmas day and hope you're enjoying your Boxing Day with us here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, whatever you're getting up to, whether you're just enjoying the peace and quiet and sitting next to the radio, or maybe you're buzzing around and keeping in touch with all that's going on. Let's round up then the half-time scores. And we will start in the Premier League. We're in the early kick of the day. Manchester City again denied 3 points. 1 win now in 13 games for Manchester City as they drew 1-1 at home to Everton. Jordan Pickford saving a penalty in the second half for Erling Haaland. Bernardo Silva had actually given Manchester City the lead in the first half there, but Ndiaye got the equaliser for Everton, and that's the way it finished. Manchester City 1, Everton 1. In the 3 o'clock games this afternoon, no goals between Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. However, Chelsea lead Fulham by 1-0, and it's that man Cole Palmer with his 12th of the season for Chelsea giving them the lead there. Newcastle United lead Aston Villa by 1-0 at St James's. This time not Isak on the score sheet. It's Anthony Gordon who's given Newcastle United a very early lead in that game, that goal coming in the second minute of the first half. Nottingham Forest lead Spurs by 1-0. Inform Anthony Elanga getting the opening goal for Nottingham Forest against Spurs. And still time on being played in the game between Southampton and West Ham United into the 8th minute of time added on there. It's 0-0 so far in the first half. Let's go into Football League 2 then, where Cheltenham Town are drawing 0-0, thanks largely to Joe Day.
Here's Lancaster on the left-hand side. Lancaster's ball across, and a fantastic save by Joe Day from Shiloh Tracy. And all the Crewe players have got their hands on their heads. They cannot believe that Joe Day has kept that out. The ball down the right-hand side. Level with the edge of the penalty area on this left-hand side. Long flat throw into the box. Goes all the way across. And another unbelievable save. And Jack Lancaster it was who got the shot away. That
one actually adjudged to be offside, but Joe Day is definitely in good form for Cheltenham Town, which hopefully continues in the second half. The Robins then drawing 0-0 at home to Crewe Alexandra at the break. Elsewhere, it's AFC Wimbledon 0, Swindon Town 1. Harry Smith once again on the score sheet with his 10th of the season for Swindon. Bradford lead Port Vale by 1-0. Vale really are struggling at the moment. No win in their last 5 games in League 2, and Andy Cook has put Bradford 1-0 up. That's his 14th goal in all football this season. Bromley lead Newport County by 2-0. Sir Wimley and Reynolds getting the goals there for Bromley. Elsewhere in Football League 2, no goals between Carlisle and Morecambe. 23rd against 24th. Edgy affair there. Colchester United lead Gillingham by 1-0. Lyle Taylor with an early goal in the first half for Colchester. That's the way it sits in that derby game. Fleetwood without a manager lead Chesterfield by 1-0. Matty Virtue on the score sheet there. No goals between Grimsby and Harrogate or Milton Keynes Dons and Notts County. Salford City though 2-0 up against Barrow. Luke Garbitz, former Cheltenham Town player, getting the opener. Fauna with a second for Salford. 2-0 then their lead. The game between Tranmere and Accrington was postponed due to fog. affecting visibility there. And it's Walsall 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. Into the National League, where we've got a goal for you in our commentary match on FM, Freeview and online.
Thrown for Tamworth by their caller flag, so the players stolen a few yards up there. The referee's telling him to don't go any further. Quigley taps to McAllister on the right, edge of the D. Thinks about having a shot first time, takes a touch instead, goes to the penalty, goes to his right foot, powerful shot into the goal for Forest Green. Off the crossbar, McAllister picked his moment. Thought he might have taken a touch too many. Blasted it when he was 6 yards out, but Forest Green 1-0 ahead.
So Forest Green leading by a goal to 0. Elsewhere in the National League, it's Aldershot 1, Woking 1, Altrincham 0, Halifax Town 0. Still playing time added on there. Barnet leading 2-1 against Sutton United. Barnet were trailing by a goal to 0 at home to Sutton, but now leading 2-1. Boston 0, Solihull Moors 1, Dagenham Redbridge 1, Braintree Town 2, Fylde 1, Rochdale 1, Gateshead 2, Hartlepool United 1, Maidenhead United 1, Wealdstone 0, Southend United 2, Ebbsfleet United 0, Yeovil 0, Eastleigh 0. The evening kickoff is Oldham against York City. Of course, York, the side at the top of the table at the start of the day. And Barnet, as I said, were losing 1-0, but now leading 2-1. So they stay above Forest Green Rovers. So Forest Green at one point were top of the table for a while. But things kind of as you were, really, those top three places in the National League. Let's go to our other local football this afternoon on this Boxing Day bonanza, really. We've got so much top quality sport. Gloucester City leading Swindon Supermarine by 2-1. They went a goal down in the 14th minute, but Harry Pinchard in the 31st, and then Kieran Phillips just before the break, getting the Tigers ahead. It's Gloucester City 2, Swindon Supermarine 1. In the Southern League, Division 1 South, Derby days, of course, as it traditionally is in non-league football. And Bishop's Cleeve have made the short trip to Evesham United, and at the break, they lead by 2-0. Matt Bauer and Will Turner getting the goals in the 14th and 24th minutes of that game there. Cinderford had to travel a little further. They're at Malvern, but unfortunately they trail by 2-0, conceding in the 23rd and 44th minute of the first half there at Malvern. Malvern 2, Cinderford 0. Racing today, and there was a big double in the first two races of the day at Campton. Congratulations to everybody involved at Ben Pauling's yard. Leader in the pack at 5-1, winning the first race of the day. The Ladbrokes Best Odds guaranteed on Racing Novices Limited Handicap Chase. 5-1 winner then, Ben Pauling's leader in the pack, ridden by Ben Jones, and then Ben Jones rode a winner in the next race, also trained by Ben Pauling. This time the 6-4 on favourite, the Jukebox Man, coming home to win the Ladbrokes Corto Star Novices Chase. So great opening of that day at Kempton today. Elsewhere, some big races in the afternoon. The return of Constitution Hill, who returned to 65 favourite and beat Lossiemouth, who some have been tipping as the one horse could perhaps beat Constitution Hill at Cheltenham. Constitution Hill then coming out on top, the 6-5 favourite, Lossiemouth second at 11-8, and Burdett Road at 16-1 came in third. And the King George VI Chase has gone the way of Ireland this year. Banbridge, the 7-1 shot, ridden by Paul Townend for Joseph O'Brien, came in at 7-1. Brilliant jump at the last, and there he overtook the long-time leader Il Est Francais, the French horse, at 9-2. Lompress at 14-1, ridden by Gloucestershire's Charlie Deutsch, the Tewkesbury jockey, riding for Venetia Williams, taking that third place in the King George VI today. 2-1 joint favourites fighting out for first and second in the last race of the day. The maiden hurdle, Kent Ziem, once again going the way of Nicky Henderson's yard in the end, edging out Bo Quali and Naphand 15-2 in third in the final race of the day. Sorry, the 305 final race of the day. East India Express going the way of Ireland at the final race of the day, and that was the 5-4 favourite. King of the Road at 14-1 from Ben Pauling, so he had a second there as well, and Samuel Spade, Ben Pauling's other horse in the race, finishing third at 18-1. So that's the way the racing has gone at Kempton Park today. Some decent racing today, and at Aintree too, but Gloucestershire success there for Pauling. Now then, just coming up to a minute to 4 4 o'clock. We'll be heading back to our commentary matches soon. First, let's catch up with a bit of reaction to that lunchtime kickoff in the Premier League, with Pep Guardiola's Manchester City dropping more points after drawing 1-1 at home to Everton. As I said, Erling Haaland missed the chance to put the side ahead in the second half from the penalty spot, where Jordan Pickford had saved that penalty. Bernardo Silva had earlier put Man City 1-0 up, and Dye then equalising for Everton just before half-time. These are the thoughts of Pep Guardiola, who said he felt his team played better than his team has in recent weeks.
Life is not easy, sport is not easy. When that happens, it's okay. Having still a lot of minutes to play. We had the chances afterwards. We missed some games. It was not good, but today the case was well played. This is my feeling.
That's his feeling, but it's only a point for Manchester City. We'll get more reaction, of course, to the Premier League stuff a little later on, because it's time now to take you back to your commentary matches here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Forest Green Rovers on all our frequencies, apart from DAB this afternoon. It's DAB for Cheltenham Town against Crewe Alexandra. No goals in the first half. Let's rejoin Owen Knight from the Robins Trust alongside your commentary team, headed by Mark Halliwell. Meanwhile, in the National League, Forest Green Rovers lead by Carl McAllister's goal to 0 at Tamworth. Time to rejoin Paul Furley, and first, Billy Hunt.
Thank you very much, Paul. Steve, Paul, welcome alongside us here at the Land Ground in Tamworth. The queues were too big, so we couldn't get our half-time food, and trying to deal with technical issues before the game, didn't we have any lunch? But we'll plough on through, Paul, eh?
We're athletes.
One big 45 minutes.
Made up for it yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few reserves there in the tank. Season's greetings to everyone listening. Hope you had a good day yesterday. Hope you're having a decent day today as well, listening at home, where Forest Green are leading by a goal to 0. They just come out of the changing rooms on the far side of the pitch, where we're sat in the back of a small main stand, about 7 or 8 rows deep. It's going to be a bit busier here in a few weeks' time when they host Tottenham Hotspurs.
Well, it's pretty busy today, and you would hope that actually Tamworth have been able to say, look, come here to the Forest Green game on Boxing Day, get your vouchers, and if you need 3 vouchers to be able to be eligible for a Tottenham ticket, well then that's the way to do it. Build your attendances, build a little bit of cup favour, and good luck to Tamworth on that score.
Tamworth made a sub. On comes Jordan Pontelli. He's replacing George Morrison. Forest Green haven't made any changes at half time, so they're in their training green kit with these gold printed numbers borrowed from Tamworth on, and pink shorts and pink socks. Have Ward in goal. From left to right, Robson, Moore, Taylor, Innes and Long at the back. The midfield of May, Bunker and Cirkin up front for Forest Green. Knowles, Quigley and Carl McAllister, the goal scorer. Tamworth kick off. Another false start. The referee looked at him, and I think that was obvious then. That Tamworth on the left hand side had a 5-yard start before the gun.
Well, also Milnes, who was taking the kick off, was just really taking his time after the referee's whistle, which didn't help.
They go this time back to the keeper, Singh. He goes up that left hand side. Innes with the header. The fog might got a bit worse at half time. Looking at our corner flag there, it's just about sit under the floodlight. I think as the natural daylight does deteriorate, it's going to be trickier. Long mops up for Forest Green. Good ball forward to find Quigley, back to Cirkin. So the welcome return to Forest Green to Bunker on the right. Forward to McAllister. But Thomas managed to clear, and they clear well. But good awareness from Robson to come back and mop up for Forest Green, clearing the ball. Forest Green's a bit disjointed at the moment, but they've still got numbers forward. It might work out well for them, because Bunker goes down the right hand side, looking for McAllister by the corner flag. Plays the ball back to the unmarked Bunker. First time ball into the box, looking for Quigley. Tamworth clear. Not the most efficient of clearances though, and Knowles tries to get the ball back from Forest Green, but Tamworth do well to get the final touch there and build up from the back, and there's space for the home team as they switch it to the left hand side. Forest Green need to come back in numbers. McAllister's doing just that, because they need to support the defence as Tamworth go towards the penalty area, and as the ball's overhit, the touch, heavy touch actually goes off for Forest Green. A corner for Tamworth. The referee saw something we didn't in the fog.
He is closer to it.
This fog is, as the night comes in, it is getting trickier up there, isn't there? We'll do our best. There's a corner being taken in by Tamworth. No idea of the number on the Tamworth shirt on the far side.
Well, we assume there is a Tamworth player there just emerging out of the murk in front of the wall to actually take this corner. We can see the ball's been placed within the quadrant.
And they play it into the 6-yard box. Quickly wins the defensive header. Ball doesn't go off though, and might get another chance to put the ball back into the penalty area, where everyone's still back defending and Tamworth going forward. The ball clipped into there. And the ball goes off for a goal kick. A few frustrated groans from the home fans. The away fans away to our left-hand side are Forest going to shoot them towards. They wouldn't see much of that. Probably about 250 or so of them. Look, the fog is worse under these floodlights. I know you said, Paul, earlier on, where it's like having the full beam on.
Yeah, and I think that's what's sort of really obscuring it within those areas in front of the corners. And in some ways, you can see why. You know, big clubs, when they've got main stands that go the length of the pitch and they're high, they go for the lights on top of the stands.
May makes a great run. It gets clattered at the. He's just trying to play the ball into the box. Sorry to interrupt, but they had a good attacking intent there, did May. More Taylor in his own half. Looks into the mist. Takes a few touches. Clips it to the right. Very quickly, unmarked, chests the ball down. He's got Bunker in front of him. 2 men for Tamworth around him. Doesn't need him. Has a great long-range shot and it goes wide of the goal. Knowles was on the left-hand side with space. Gives him the thumbs up, saying he deserved to go for that.
Yeah, definitely worth an effort from Joe Quigley. And not too far wide of Jazz Singh's left-hand post. Got a congratulatory sort of pat around his torso as well from Liam Sercombe. In terms of the fog, actually Howes is behind the stand on the far side. We can still see quite clearly in the fog, so visibility probably a good 150-200 yards at the moment still.
Tamworth with the ball at the edge of the area, playing into the box. Forrest can get a header onto it from Moore Taylor. Goes off for a Tamworth corner. Didn't know too much about that Moore Taylor, but just got something on it, which is the important thing. Off for this corner.
I'll make it their 5th of the match so far.
4 minutes gone in the second half. Forest been leading by a 1-0. These corners, more often than not, go right into that 6-yard box. Tamworth have formed a bus queue. What is it? 5 man long, I think. Waiting to split as the ball's been taken in. This is on our near side, so we can see that Ben Milnes has taken this. And clips it towards the far post. Hamilton with the first header. That goes off for a goal kick. Couldn't be brought down in the area there. I think it's Chris Wade, the player who got there. McAllister making a run down the right hand side. If Ward can find him, he can, but the ball was taken whilst rolling. So the referee, rightly, although it could be pedantically, brings the ball back and makes the goal kick being taken again.
Yeah, I think it was actually the big defender Kennedy Dyje who got up for the header from the corner. Managed to track him all the way back to halfway.
Until you could see him. As Mort Taylor comes out of the fog in the Forest Green penalty area. Looking for Quigley, who can't just be found, but Singh has to come out a long way out of his area to clear the ball up the line. Does well to find Tom McKinsley on the right hand side. Taps it to the sub, Pomicelli. Tamworth play the ball into the box, and this gets a first touch into it, but Tamworth play it again into the penalty area. Scuffed shot sees enough of the ball for Sercombe to clear, and he clears into the Tamworth half. Played quickly into the Forest Green half. Tamworth looking to win the ball down, and Forest didn't play to the whistle now. I think they were expecting a free kick. The referee gave nothing, and Tamworth kept going. Getting into the final third now on the far side. Tamworth's left, where we can't see too much. They've won themselves a throw, which they take quickly. And Tamworth patiently playing the ball forward. They're in the Forest Green half, switching to the right where there's space for McGrinchey. A neat ball in towards the penalty area. Ponticelli's come off the bench. Charged down by Moore Taylor for a throw, which they're looking like they might try and take quickly. They do just that. Pomicelli goes past one challenge, puts the ball into the 6-yard box. Well read by Moore Taylor to get the ball away from goal, and Knowles clears up the line. And all the way back to the keeper Singh, but quickly lurking there. Singh plays it first time. into the penalty area. More Taylor heads the ball forward. Tamworth go down the left. And showing too much of the ball there for May to mop up to Knowles. Still in his own half, needs a man on shout, plays the ball forward to Quigley, who's onside, takes a touch towards goal, takes a few step overs as well, needs support, holds the ball up, Circum's there, still with Quigley, finds it to Knowles, edge of the box, going onto his right foot, shot gets blocked. May to Robson, back to May, Forest Green reset through more Taylor.
It was a fantastic diagonal ball by Tom Knowles and Joe Quigley. I wondered actually if he'd just take an early shot, but sort of see if he could deceive Singh through the gloom. But he held it up. Elsewhere, Kieran Phillips scored his second and Gloucester City's third. 3-1. They lead Swindon Supermarine in the Southern League Premier South.
Good derby there. Gloucester's coming from behind. Robson in his own half to Bunker.
Well, we seem to have lost our line again, I'm afraid, over at the Tamworth ground. But I can take you to our reserve line at the moment whilst we try to bring you back full match commentary with Paul Furley. We've just lost Paul as well. As soon as we can get Paul back, we'll bring you that commentary. I can tell you elsewhere other scores, still Cheltenham Town drawing 0-0 at the moment. Elsewhere in the National League, it's Aldershot 1, Woking 1, Altrincham 0, Halifax 0, Barnet 2-1 up against Sutton, Boston 0, Solihull Mills 1, Dagenham 1, Braintree 2, Fylde 1, Rochdale 1, Gateshead 2, Hartlepool 1, Maidenhead United 1, Wealdstone 0, Southend United 3, Ebbsfleet 0, and Yeovil 1-0 up against Eastleigh, with McGurk getting a goal early on in the second half of that game as well. In the Premier League, the way things sitting at the moment, still 0-0 between Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Still Chelsea leading by a goal to 0 thanks to Cole Palmer's first half strike. Newcastle United's early second minute goal from Anthony Gordon still putting them 1-0 up against Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest 1-0 up against Spurs thanks to Anthony Elanga's goal in the first half too, and still no goals between Southampton and West Ham United. Goalless it remains there, although that one was late to finish, so they have yet really to get underway in the second half of that game. Other scorelines this afternoon in our local football here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Gloucester City now 3-1 up. Kieran Phillips has got his second of the afternoon to put them 3-1 ahead. Kieran Phillips getting the second goal of the afternoon for Gloucester City after Harry Pinchard had got an equaliser. Swindon Supermarine went 1-0 up in the 14th minute, but since the half-hour mark it's been Gloucester City's day. Harry Pinchard, Kieran Phillips just before the break, and now Kieran Phillips after the break. 3-1 Gloucester City lead at the moment in that game in the Premier South Division of the Southern League. In the Southern League Division 1 South, Derby Day for Bishop's Cleeve, a short trip for them to Evesham United. First half went very well indeed, and it's continuing along the lines. They still lead by 2-0. Matt Bauer, the fullback, in the 14th minute, and Will Turner in the 24th minute, getting those goals for Evesham and Bishop's Cleeve. Elsewhere, Cinderford trailing by 2-0, I'm afraid. Cinderford at Malvern, not too local for their local Derby Day on this Boxing Day game, but it was 2-0 at half time. Better news for you in the second half though, because Cinderford have got a goal back, so Isaac Richards scoring that goal for Cinderford as well. So 2-1 it is now in that game. Malvern 2, Cinderford 1. It's BBC Radio Gloucestershire, 13 minutes past 4, where we'll get you back to commentary with Forest Green Rovers as soon as we can.
On BBC iPlayer, they're back.
The famous SAS.
From the creator of Peaky Blinders.
We'll be fighting beside some of the best. Every single one of these men smells of alcohol.
With a new plan.
The European campaign is going to make Africa look like a tea party.
You will need all the help you can get.
To dare.
Do you want to save the SAS or not?
To win.
Every man for himself!
The brand new series of SAS Rogue Heroes. Watch all episodes from New Year's Day on BBC iPlayer.
It's BBC Radio Gloucestershire, 14 minutes past 4. Problems with our line, I'm afraid, at the moment to Tamworth. Let's see if we can now get across. Yeah, Paul Furley's on our reserve line at the moment. Paul.
Yeah, Steve, Forest Green with a free kick down the left-hand side, which Carl McAllister curls in towards the penalty area. It's gone over everyone and into the gloom on the far side. Player, I've got no idea who has kept it in for Forest Green, but it just has been able to roll into the hands of Jazz Singh, and Tamworth will look to counter-attack. Singh's kick is met by Sean Long back in defence for Forest Green, and with a little bit of help from Ryan Innes, they've completed the clearance into the Tamworth half. Tamworth pump it back towards the Forest Green half on the far side, and there's a foul there on Bekray Anori, just right in front of the dugouts, and it's the referee showing a card to a Forest Green player. I don't think he is, and Tamworth have to settle for just the free kick in front of the dugouts on the far side, but that's got the Lamb crowd in good voice, and they pump this free kick into the Forest Green penalty area. And has it gone behind? Well, it definitely has gone behind. It's gone behind, the officials say, off of a Tamworth head. And so it's a goal kick to Forest Green. And I understand Billy Hunt is back with the other line, so we'll be rejoining him very shortly. As Forest Green play this goal kick short, and Billy can pick up commentary.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Sorry for that dropout. You didn't miss too much action. Still 1-0 Forest Green. Hopefully it's 2 as Knowles on leash on the left-hand side. First time ball into the box. Goes over everyone for a goal kick. The fog is certainly impacting the game. Sorry for the dropout here. There's not the best conditions here. Just hearing that Cheltenham Town are 1-0 down at home to Crewe. Cheltenham Town losing, Forest Green winning currently. 13 minutes gone here in the second half. Still well over half an hour to go. We hear that Gloucester City come from behind to lead Sunderland Supermarines by 3-1.
Yeah, second and third goals for the Tigers by Kieran Phillips.
Moore Taylor clears up the line. This fog, it's legal. You can see across the pitch. You can see it goes on the halfway line.
I think the law is you need to see end to end.
The fans behind the goal probably can't see end to end. We can't see the corner flag as Forest Green give away a free kick on the halfway line.
But we can see houses behind the stand on the far side, which is probably closer to the length of the pitch end to end, but the floodlights might be making that a little bit worse. You can probably see actually goal to goal, you just can't see in the corner flags.
Yeah, the floodlights are situated in flooding light. Tamworth on the right hand side. McGintley looking for an option, plays it back to Milnes as Tamworth have the ball inside their own half, looking for an option in the Forest Green half themselves. Finds Chris Rea. Tamworth go up the left hand side. Forest Green want the offside flag to go up, but it goes off for a goal kick instead. It's over hit.
Not sure we've told you this goal, but Cheltenham goal down on DAB to Crewe in League 2 Lancaster with the goal for the Alex on 56 minutes. Two teams are on pretty good unbeaten runs there, and it's Crewe who've drawn first blood at Wadden Road in that one. Elsewhere, Barnet now 2-1 up at home to Sutton in the National League. Other scores: Aldershot 1, Woking 2, Altrincham 0, Halifax 0 still, Boston 0, Solihull 1, Dagenham 1, Braintree 3, Fylde 1, Rochdale 2, Gateshead 2, Hartlepool 1 in the North East Derby, Maidenhead 2, Wealdstone 1, Southend 4, Ebbsfleet 0, Yeovil 1, Eastleigh 0, and Oldham against York. It's a 5:30 kick-off.
Free kick given against Forest Green. Ryan Innes rolling a heavy challenge. I think it's on the far side there. Ryan Innes is normally pretty easy to see out. This fog is getting worse. We're starting to struggle to see across the pitch. Free kick to Tamworth. Could be one of those where Tamworth, because it makes it tricky for the referee when there's a team winning. Which Forest Green are by 1-0. Thanks to Carl McAllister in the first half. Ball played into the penalty area from this free kick. Moore Taylor getting the first header away. Forest Green every man back, so Tamworth managed to put the ball back into the box. Play to the left hand side, and we can't really see too much. There's a figure there for Tamworth. Let's get the ball into the area. Goes off for a goal kick. Yeah, we've had a mark on the corner flag on in the half of Tamworth. We can't see that now.
In fact, actually, we can barely see either corner flag on the far side. I can just about make it out in the Tamworth half, which is the slightly further away of the two, but also in the Forest Green half, it's pretty difficult to see as well.
Just blow up now, where Forest Green leading by a goal to nil. Quigley gets taken down. Apparently the referee says that he took down Hayden first, so the free kick goes Tamworth's way. He's had a tough game today as the referee, Paul Marsden. He's had to make Forest Green change kit before the start. They're in their green training top and pink shorts and socks, and he might have to make a decision about the conditions here. Tamworth in the Forest Green half, playing the ball to the edge of the area. Arthur Davies come off the bench, gets a touch of Circum. Forward to Quigley, who got two men on him, somehow managed to come over the ball. McAllister making an option on the right hand side, who he finds in the gloom. McAllister's a touch on the edge of the box, storms towards goal. Can he get his second onto his left foot? Going to get a shot away. Good challenge out from Tamworth. Taken down on the edge of the area, sliding in. Forest Green win the ball back though through Knowles. A heavy challenge. Referee says it's illegal though. Drifts past two challenges. Has an option to Osadavy on the right. Osadavy far away from goal. Puts the ball across goal for Forest Green to level. A shot goes in, hits the post and hit off the line there. Knowles, I think it was with the shot in this deep fog. And good chance for Forest Green.
Yeah, I think Liam Cirkin might have had the last shot in the fog. Knowles did fantastically well though, didn't he? I don't think it was a foul on McAllister. Fair challenge, but he was brought down as a result of that fair challenge, which got the ball first. That's why it was a fair challenge. And Knowles then just seemed to be fired up by that and ran across the face of the penalty area. 3 or 4 players were beaten, got the shot away, that was blocked, but the danger wasn't cleared, and so Forest Green still showing good signs here. Elsewhere, Billy, one game today has fallen victim to the fog. It fell actually before the game. Postponement at Prenton Park in League 2. Tranmere against Accrington Stanley, fogged off.
Fog off the Mersey as Forest can go on the left hand side, put the ball in towards the penalty area. Tamworth get an important touch off for Forest Green Rovers corner.
Only their second of the match, I reckon.
The first in the second half.
They could have snuck another 1 or 2 in, which we may not have seen.
Know.
Yeah,
so Forest Green have got a corner in the Tamworth half. It's on the far side of the wheel, the Forest Green right. No idea who's taking this for Forest Green. The fog has got bad here. Forest Green leading by goal to nil. And Steve Cottrell be a bit frustrated, I think, if the game didn't continue to the 90.
Well, if the scoreline stays like this, I think you'll be very happy.
Corner to Forest Green in the gloom. Tamworth keeping 1 up, Forest Green 2 back. They play it short though, Forest Green's 2 players there. Who knew that? As they come away with it, they put the ball into the penalty area quickly with the header. Back to Innes, who the referee blows up for something on the offside. Flag has gone up on the far side that we can't see. And Forest Green, big men of Innes and Ryan Innes, but Jordan Taylor tracking back. They take the free kick short though, do Tamworth in their own half, building out from the back. Singh getting charged down by Knowles. Quigley looking to bring down the ball, which gets headed back to Forest Green, looking for Quigley. He's made a good run, he's got options in the middle. Knowles and Circum both there, he's forced wide of the penalty area. Forest Green with the shot coming in, blocked from the Tamworth defence. This fog's making it tricky, and it goes off for Tamworth throw. You can see on the far side.
I think I recognise the body shape of Carl McAllister with the shot, which was blocked, but it is really difficult to see players more than about 40 yards away from you at the moment.
They're just silhouettes, aren't they?
Yeah.
They can't see them. You can see Tamworth are coming forward now, and Forest Green have put the ball up for a throw. I'm not sure how long this game can last. There's movement on the bench for Tamworth. Tom Tanks coming on. He's that famous long throw. You can see them there, cut run. He's replacing Alex Fletcher. Almost with his famous long throws, Tom Tonks. Who immediately comes on to take this throw in the foggy sky.
And it's by the tunnel area as well, so he's got a good run up as well for this one.
Tries the ball, he's got a really good one. Almost like Tozer-esque. Goes to the 6-yard box. There's a really good long throw. Forrest can deal with it first time round. And Tamworth go down their right-hand side, played in towards the far post. Forest Green clear through Oster Davey to McAllister, plays the ball forward. No one there for Forest Green, and Tamworth put the ball into the gloom, and it trickles off for a throw-in on the Forest Green right.
Just under 25 minutes of this game to go. I mean, we're approaching the 3/4 mark, which, I mean, the game could be abandoned at any point, can't it? But the longer this goes on, then obviously the more you're thinking, well,
just crack on.
Yeah, you would crack on, wouldn't you? You'd see it through the last few minutes. We're not quite at that stage yet, though, I think.
Not yet, but I think it's just because when it's the floodlights and it's a dark sky now here. Another long throw, Tom Tanks. He's only about 15 yards inside the Forest Green half. He's got some distance on it. So you've seen through the Tamworth.
Forest Green's defence lined up just outside the 6-yard box.
Goes just outside the 6-yard area. McAllister mops up and clears into the Tamworth half. Singh plays to the right hand side. It goes into the penalty area. Ward clutches it, falls to the floor. Let's see if there's any more movement on the Forest Green bench. It's on the far side, so you can't see too much. Cottrell's, I think I'm able to hear Steve Cottrell on the far side. Ward.
I'm struggling to hear him because I'm wearing 2 pairs of headphones.
Yeah, we've had to bodge our way through today, technical wise. Hopefully, we're still with you on all frequencies, apart from DAB Digital Radio, where you can hear Cheltenham Town commentary. They're currently losing to Crewe by 1-0 at Wadden Road. Innes wins a big, powerful header, finds McAllister on the halfway line, plays it over to Quigley, who barges the back of the player. I think it was Hollis then, who went down. He clutched the ball, so it was one of those where he had forced the referee to make a decision, and it went against Quigley. A free kick goal at Wadden Road, Paul.
Cheltenham were losing, they're now drawing. Joel Colwell with the equaliser for Cheltenham. Cheltenham 1, Crewe 1.
Ward comes off his line to clutch the ball into this area. Forest Green fans away to the left hand side can't see they won't be able to see what Ward's got going on at the moment as he plays it forward into the night sky, into the fog. Forest Green through Ryan Innes, head the ball back into the Tamworth half. Head tennis as Ryan Innes gets the ball back. Tamworth go for the audacious lob. It goes over for a goal kick. I think it was the sub Tom Tanks who saw Ward off his line. It went wide. I think Ward actually had time, if it was on target, would have time to get back.
Yeah, it was on the volley, speculative effort, not far away to be fair, but yeah, just slightly misdirected wide as well as the height. It wasn't so much a lob, it was a driven effort as much as anything. But put to an end that game of head tennis.
Yeah, a few of the Tamworth players on the word of the referee though. I do wonder, as the game goes on and Forest Green leading, whether they'll be making the referee think about this fog. It's not changed, has it? It's got worse. It's not. Sometimes at the new lawn where it can be foggy, it lifts and comes and goes. It's been constantly foggy and it's getting worse here at the Lamb ground. More Taylor head on the halfway line. Tanks plays it forward. Innes heads the ball back into the Tamworth half, looking for Circum. Robson near us in the Forest Green left, ushes the ball up for a Forest Green throw. Waiting to take the throw up the line. Just slow and play down a bit, Forest Green. Osadavy on the halfway line, can't get to the ball for the sub Fonticelli. Referee doesn't get a free kick against Robson, despite the protest of the Forest Green players. It goes off for a Forest Green throw instead. The Tamworth fans enjoying the Forest Green taking a throw in front of them, making sure they take it in the right position. Robson will throw up the line, finds Quigley, heads it to Osadavy, brings the ball down well, spreads it to Long on the right. He's got Carl McAllister in front of him, I think, as they go down the right hand side. Finds McAllister, goes off for a Forest Green throw in line with the penalty area.
Yeah, we assume that's McAllister down on the far side. it's in the right sort of position in the pitch where we would expect Carl McAllister to be. And he hasn't swapped sides with Tom Knowles, who we can see on the left wing at the moment.
Thrown to Forest Green. Long with it.
19 minutes to go, assuming we get that far.
Hopefully we can do. Long is going to get a yellow card here for taking his time with the throw. I think it's Long on the far side with the throw. Again, it's that right hand side of Forest Green we can't see. So hasn't taken the throw and he's going to be quick. Or he's just waiting for the referee to put his cards back in his pocket. Now he takes a throw down the line. Forest Green have it back too long. Flip towards the penalty area. Tamworth clear. Innes on the halfway line. Back too long. He's faced Ossa Davey, who can't get there before Tamworth clear up the line. It goes off for a Tamworth throw. Goes off Ossa Davey last. Fourth official's got his board ready. There don't think there's any subs there to be made. Just the one for Forest Green so far. So Davey coming on for Bunker. Boyce on the bench if needed. Tamworth have a half a chance there. Moore Taylor sees an inch of the ball and hoosts it upfield towards Quigley. Tamworth being up at the back. You just can't see who's who there. That's the problem. I'm sure when Forest Green play the ball long into the other half, they all look the same, don't they? Because you just can't see them.
Well, it was Tom Knowles chasing in. Very nearly.
Innes got classic
Tamworth
late.
defence snapping.
And Singh mops up for Tamworth. 1-0 to Forest Green. Moore Taylor's half cleared it. Tamworth get the ball back on their left hand side. Through Ware, who taps the ball to the left. Forest Green get the ball back. Here's a fourth throw. Goes Tamworth's way, midway in the Forest Green.
Good defending by Ossa Davey. Adam May felt that Tamworth opponents made a back for him there, and that's what caused him to miss that. He ended up in a heap on the floor, and Jordan Moore Taylor had to make a thigh-high challenge and a clearance. Substitution for Tamworth.
Yeah, off comes Tom McGendley. On comes Daniel Greenley. We think we can just about see the fourth official's board on the far side. Long throwing. Tom takes the take right into that 6-yard box, and Ward punches clear. But these long throw-ins, we've seen Tozer, they are huge.
Yeah, they are, and they've got another one. He just goes from side to side now, does the substitute Tom Tonks. Elsewhere, Cinderford 2-2 in their game. At the moment, they're away to Malvern today.
Tonks another throw into that 6-yard box. Innes wins the header. Goes to the Tamworth left-hand side. They usher it out for a throw because they know that Tom Tokes is going to take it. All Tom Tokes is doing is going from side to side. He's now got his throw on the left-hand side.
And you just hear the seats rattling around us. And
it does cause problems.
Yeah, the momentum just building here for Tamworth. The fans getting involved.
There's a play on the floor in the 6-yard box. The referee blows up. It will be interesting when they host Tottenham here in a few weeks' time. Just how Premier League deal with these sort of throws. Let's see how Forest Green deal with it. They're leading by goal to nil. Forest Green, Tonks with another ball into the box. Innes comes through, he can't clear it, and Tamworth's shot goes well wide of the goal.
It's Ray who's absolutely shanked his shot. It's gone closer to the corner flag than it has to the goal, and let off for Forest Green there because bodies went up and it just came out to the man who was free on the edge of the penalty area, or towards the edge of the penalty area, had a lot of bodies to shoot through, and I think he knew therefore that the power was what was needed, and he's put too much into it and hasn't been able to control it, and that's why it's gone wide.
Scores in the Barnet game. We'll have a look elsewhere in the National League shortly, Paul, which could be good news for Forest Green. But currently as they stand, Forest Green
2-2, Barnet 2, Sutton 2.
Quickly gets pulled to the floor and eventually wins another free kick. The Forest Green fans delight. As it stands, Forest Green, I believe, top of the table. You've got to remember that York are played at 5:30, so it might not last too long. Actually, I think it's actually Barnet. Might be another goal there, Paul. As Barnet currently losing. We'll get that confirmed shortly.
Well, certainly Forest Green top of the table. And
in the
we'll
London derby there, I think it might be Barnet 2, Sutton 3. Paul will confirm.
Still 2-2 as a score that I have in front of me, but I'll keep monitoring that.
I've got my sources.
Have you now?
Forest Green have this free kick in the Tamworth half, midway in the half. May over it. Innes up in the penalty area. May plays it towards the 6-yard box. Looking for Innes. It goes off a Tamworth player for Forest Green corner. It's on their left. We've got a better chance of seeing this one. Forest Green fans in full voice then, what they can see. May Trotso take the corner. Knowles just on his knees there. I think he's getting his breath back or trying to recover for something.
Yeah, just a little bit of tactical exchange going on there as well between May and Knowles, and the referee alert to it, doesn't want them to time waste.
They take it short to Robson into the area, throws it for a shot. Twists and turns it. Knowles now on the edge of the box, goes into his left foot, plays it across goal, needs a tap in, but Tamworth just managed to clear at the last second and looked to break, and McAllister taking a yellow card there. Definitely taking one for the team there, Carl McAllister, running away from the referee.
Confirmed, Sutton 3-2 up at Barnet, as the yellow card is shown in the general direction of Carl McAllister.
Told ya. Forest Green, top of the table as it stands. Of course, we go to remind ourselves York not playing until half-5. Tom Knowles isn't 100% fit here. He's back on his knees.
Yeah, just down on his haunches. Really good run and shot as well by Jamie Robson, wasn't it? Twice engineered the ball onto his left foot for the shot, and
moving on the bench.
Then it was diving away to his left, fended away by Singh. Tamworth make another change. Kai Williams coming on.
Thank you. Still no movement for Forest Green. There seems to be somebody getting a bit of a talking to from Steve Cottrell and Dan Conn. Only the one change so far, so Davey coming on for Bunker. Forest Green defending this free kick, but he sees Circum, who manages to clear. Up and under towards Knowles. Can he control it? He's got two Tamworth players on it. He still does well to control it and trying to wait for support. But Forest Green committed themselves trying to support them there, and Tamworth goes forward as it opens up for them at the edge of the box. Shot goes in, goes wide from the Tamworth player.
I think it was Ben Crompton.
Who just got the ball at the edge of the centre circle, drove forward, made a few good touches as well, got himself into suiting position, and it went far too wide. It really should have hit the target minimum there.
Well, he was on a roll, wasn't he, from the moment that he nutmegged Adam May. At the other end, though, Forest Green so close to getting through with Tom Knowles and Carl McAllister in combination, and Manios Adebi had just ventured forward from his midfield berth, trying to join them, trying to make the extra man, get the overload, nearly came off, but at the same time nearly cost Forest Green.
We've got 79 minutes gone. Forest Green had the ball on the right hand side. We think through Carl McAllister, it's in that heavy fog. The support there as well to Quigley. Can Quigley get a shot in? He lays it back with Tamworth clear. Making a good run is Chris Ray across the halfway line. Forest Green tracking back. Ray still going forward. And the referee gives a free kick. I'm not sure who that was who took the player down. He's going to get a yellow card.
It's just feeling his head as well. I don't think it's Sean Long.
Or Carl McAllister just got a yellow card. If it is Carl McAllister, it's going to be more than a yellow. It's maybe Robson, I think, actually has popped up on the right hand side, tracking back. It's in the fog. It is a Forest Green player with the yellow.
Could be Liam Circum.
No, Robson confirmed. So free kick for Tamworth. 10 yards from the corner of the penalty area on the Tamworth left, Forest Green right. Forest Green on the one-man wall of Circum. Every man back in the penalty area defending a defensive line. Ward on his near post. There's movement on the Forest Green bench. There's a referees, I'm not sure if he's stopped play or not. The referee's not wary of it. Carl McAllister walking off. I think they are being allowed to make the subs to Forest Green. First thing, Carl McAllister, triple sub. They're all going to have different numbers on, as we know, because they haven't got their normal kit on today. Forest Green have to play in training kit. First player.
Is that Harry Cardwell on for Carl McAllister?
Yeah, Cardwell for McAllister. The referee's assistant puts the board up, but it means nothing because they were in completely different kit today. And they're on the foggy side as well. It is a bit farcical, this game today. The other change sees Knowles coming off. I think Forest Green could be a bit tactical with this, because I think Knowles going to go, I don't know whose number that is, I can't see the board. Knowles trotting off.
Well, he's walking off at the moment. The referee's inside the penalty area as players argue amongst themselves. And now Tamworth player Milnes is trying to manhandle Knowles off the pitch, and he's been shoved off as well by Tom Tonks. Knowles winds Tamworth up further by applauding the Forest Green fans.
The yellow card's been given to Jazz Singh, the Tamworth keeper, for his dissent. Also coming off is Quigley, so we know Knowles coming off. Is that Ben Tozer, I think, coming on for Forest Green? I believe Tozer on, Cardwell and Deutsch, is that in the fog? It's just a perfect storm of the fog, wearing the wrong numbers, not exactly seeing who's coming on or who's not. Deutsch, Tozer and Cardwell all on, we know that. Free kick to defend, they do it well. May get in the first header, falls back to Tonks, who goes it up and under into the penalty box. Moore Taylor gets an important touch onto it. Oscar Davey picks up the ball, Cardwell's making a run. Oscar Davey gets the ball off on the right hand side though for a Tamworth throw. Could be Tonks territory.
Plenty of height that Forest Green have brought on, isn't it? Harry Cardwell, Christian Deutsch, Ben Tozer, all 6 foot plus.
Keeper puts the ball into the penalty area. Ward punches at it. Thankfully there's a player on the line, Robson, because the punch from Ward wasn't the most effective.
What's the first one I think that Ward's come for all game, isn't it? Elsewhere at Wadden Road, Joel Colwell's got his second and Cheltenham's second. 2-1 they now lead Crewe in League 2. You can hear that one on DAB.
This game just opened up after these subs. Deutsch bringing down the bouncing ball, can't find Oscar Davey. But Circum gets the ball back for the away team. Deutsch making an option. Can he find Deutsch in the box? He can. Deutsch are going to shot away, but it's saved at the near post by Singh, who bowls it out quickly.
Yeah, did well to get goal side of his man there, did Christian Deutsch. Well found as well by Liam Circum, but end to end this game at the moment.
Moore Taylor ushers the ball out for a goal kick. It's a frantic finish here. Suddenly opened up a bit after those changes.
Elsewhere, Bishop's Cleeve leading Evesham by 3-0. 38, nearly 39 minutes of this game gone, so we're therefore in the 84th minute. 38, 39 minutes gone in this second half.
Still leading by that 0-0. The fog's got a bit better.
It has. It's clearing.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's clearing. It hasn't nowhere near cleared. We can see the corner flags a bit easier now. Yeah, suddenly it just looks a bit more clear for us here at the main stand. Ward with a goal kick, goes long. Players on yellow card for Forest Green as Deutsch tries to charge down the Tamworth defence. Does so. Tamworth do successfully play it away from him though and move it towards the halfway line. Brought down well by Ray. Tamworth go down their left, Forest Green's right. And stop and hold play. Cardwell back doing defensive duties. Tamworth back into their own half. Looking to spread it to Compton on the right, but they go down the middle. Opens up nicely for them. In this with a Tozer with that header. Seeing how Forest Green are playing now. Back 3. With 2 wing backs, we've got Tozer, Moore Taylor and Ennis still on the pitch. The ball played across goal and circling an important touch away from the penalty area. Clears up the line. Wins himself a throw. I think it took a nice deflection off the Tamworth player.
Really good covering there by Liam Circum. Covered first of all, then didn't panic, held on to possession, got himself into a position where he could belt the ball up the line.
Sorry to interrupt, Paul.
No.
1,721 the fans, including 302 Forest Green fans. So really impressive away form there from Forest Green. Sorry to interrupt, Paul. I would have forgot the attendance.
Absolutely fine. You'd imagine there'll be double that here in a couple of weeks' time, wouldn't you?
Maybe, if you want to watch Tottenham instead of Forest Green.
Not sure why you would, but...
No, this is a goal kick for Tamworth. In a bit of a rush now. He's got 4 minutes of normal time to go. Forest Green leading by 1-0. Tamworth building up in the defence. It's still foggy, but not as foggy.
Oh, it's blowing in from the left-hand side. That Tamworth end away to our left.
Moore Taylor clears. to Doidge. He can't link up there with Cardwell. Forest Green got 2 up here at the moment. Tamworth through Tonks on the halfway line, spreading it to their right. More Taylor reads it well, heads it up the line. Tamworth clearance is scuffed by Compton, but they do well to get the ball back in the Forest Green half. Tonks with the header. May returns it to Tonks, heads to the left hand side where you see space. Doige and Carlo getting back defending. Davey blocks down the cross, but it does mean a throw. It's midway in the Forest Green half. It means it's going to be a long one from Tonks.
He's done well so far as Davey, hasn't he? He's just done a job defensively, plenty of energy. And put some tackles in.
Well, there's no player within 30 yards of him. You know this is going to go into the 6-yard box. Does just that. Forest Green win the first header. Looking to win the second. It goes back to Tonks though. He's in the penalty area now. Ball at his feet, but Forest Green managed to clear through May. Every man back, so it goes to Singh. The keeper for Tamworth forces him to shoot from inside his own half. Goes long, nevertheless. The Forest Green clear through Robson. Not the most convincing of clearances. It might go for a throw. It does. I know what that means. Tonks are going to take it.
Funny thing was Daniel Creaney, the sub, actually thought about taking that himself and then saw Tonks, probably heard a shout as well. Leave it!
Tonks, so there's another throw, going to cause some carnage into that 6-yard box. Forest Green get something onto it. They do need to clear it a second time. Half calls a handball. Both the players and the fans behind the goal. Singh, the keeper, gets the ball back, plays it to the left-hand side. So the initial momentum's gone from those long throws. Singh, the keeper, is well outside his penalty area, plays it long. The Fox returning. We had a glimmer of being able to see the whole pitch. Forest Green looking to clear. The challenge that's gone against Forest Green, despite the Tamworth player being down injured. The free kick's given Forest Green's way. The fans are moaning about not being able to see it. The referee is a bit closer to the action. There's a player rolling on the floor. Doesn't he treat from a physio, I guess, which might sell a bit of the story. And Warden not in a rush to take this free kick.
Yeah, Kai Williams, the man who's down. I think him and Ryan Innes went for the ball, and whether Innes was impeded first, but I think it's one of those that so often we've seen go against Ryan Innes. Actually, one's gone for him.
Moving on the bench for Tamworth. Sees Ben Milnes come on, off. Being replaced by Sanjire for the last few minutes of this game. Forest Green leading by a goal to 0. McAllister in the first half. Tamworth desperately trying to get that equaliser. Forest Green currently, as we last checked, sitting top of the table due to that Barnet scores going their way, and York not playing till the half-5 kick-off. The fourth official's about to bring up his board. Probably about 5 or 6 minutes. There's been a bit of managing the game from the Forest Green Rovers perspective. Tonks with a throw. It's going to be long. Only 15 yards inside the Forest Green half. Going towards the penalty area. Done well to deal with that one. Forest Green the first ball, and Cardwell clears for the second.
And Barnet still losing 3-2 at home to Sutton.
So as it stands, Forest Green top. Cardwell looking to charge down Singh. Can't. Singh's ball into the penalty area, but Innes gets an important header onto it. Circum's clearance isn't the best. 5 minutes of injury time we've got here.
5 minutes added time.
May clears up the line. Almost went for territory then, didn't he?
In rugby it'd be a really good clearance, and in football, in this game of football, it's not a bad clearance as well, because Jazz Singh is playing very much as a sweeper keeper. So you don't clear for distance, you actually clear for territory, see if you can hit the diagonals into the corners, whether there's a teammate there or not.
Thrown to Tamworth, even though it's in their own half, Tonks did it, but he
still takes them.
He played it across field. The Fogs returned, but we're going to finish this game, surely. There's only 4 minutes of injury time to go. Forest Green leading by a goal to 0. Clearance up the line, looking for Cardwell. Chasing down Singh, the Tamworth keeper. Forest Green fans behind the goal haven't seen too much action in the last few minutes. It's mostly been in the Forest Green half. This throw is a yard or so inside the Forest Green half. Tonks takes it though, down the line. The Fogs caught bad. Going off for another Tamworth throw. This one a far more dangerous position. 15 yards up from the corner flag on the Forest Green right.
I've been able to hear Steve Cottrell the last couple of minutes organising and encouraging his team, trying to get them over the line. 1 minute and 20 of the 5 minutes of stoppage time gone.
Important to defend this one well. Another long throw into the box. It's so congested. Tarrant's goal for Tamworth. Forest Green couldn't deal with it, and it was tapped in on the far post. It came from the long throw, and Forest Green in injury time see themselves Tamworth draw level, one apiece.
Well, I'd be guessing if I'd said I think it was Daniel Creaney. I was right though, it is Dan Creaney who's got the goal, and literally that ball was a yard away from the goal line when he got contact on that with his head into the back of the net, in off the crossbar, same as Carl McAllister's did actually, pretty similar spot of the goal that it's hit. But Forest Green, well, the important thing now is make sure that you don't lose this game. That's the first thing, but the angle from that throw-in, Tonks was able to get the ball so close to the goal line and so many bodies in there. It's an absolute nightmare for Jed Ward to come and claim it, and Forest Green have defended all of them so far up until that one pretty well, but it's Brian Clough, isn't it? Only takes a second to score a goal.
Bit of an incident on the Tamworth, I think it is, dugout on the far side. And someone's going to be getting a booking there, yellow card. I'm not sure who it was, it's in the fog. Yeah, so Forest Green drawn level in the last minute. They are fantastic, these Tom Tonks long throws in though. Forest going to train for them, Steve Cottrell said that. But it was just played a cross goal onto the far post. It was just a tap in there for Tamworth. And what, with 3 minutes of injury time to go, 2 minutes in fact, Forest Green are drawing level. Yes, what do Forest Green do now? They get themselves a throw in. The Deutsch can't believe that. I'm just not surprised because they came off Tamworth last, but the referee gave it Forest Green's way.
Yeah, I think Deutsch thought it came off the man bun of Ponticelli.
Tamworth with this throw, Tonks with it inside his own half, a chance to put the ball deep in the Forest Green half himself. So Forest Green drawing level, one apiece here. Last minute equaliser from Tamworth, looking to get all three. They go down the right hand side. Another long throw in though for Innes to defend. Tonks is cheering everyone up around him. We know the threat that he's got.
Well, he stole 10 yards with that throw in that he took from inside his own half. By the time he'd had his run up, nowhere near where the ball went off, well, for what arguably should have been a Forest Green throw. Forest Green now have more defending to do.
Big chances for Tamworth to get 2 goals in injury time. They're drawn level. Can Tonks' long throw cause more carnage? Goes in the 6-yard box. It goes off through Tonks for another long throw. Innes winning that first header. It's danger for Forest Green. They're drawing one apiece in the last 30 seconds of the 5. Another Tonks throw in coming. Can Forest Green survive this one? Tonks into the 6-yard box. It's congested. It's an own goal! It's a free kick given. Free kick given the other way for Forest Green. And we thought it was an own goal. The referee
shoving the back on Manny Osadebe.
Thankfully blew up. That was panic there because it was an own goal, but the referee, I'm sure Forest Green would have said that was because they got fouled on the way.
Elsewhere, congratulations to Cheltenham, 2-1 winners today at home to Crewe. That's Joel Colwell double, enough for the Robins.
Well done Cheltenham Town, coming from behind. Osadebe giving away a free kick inside his own half. We've had the 5 minutes of added time. There's been that goal and these long throws taking time as well. Well, it's going to be a free kick. This time Tonks to take it. Another ball into the area.
I've also had a message unconfirmed as yet, but Oldham York postponed due to fog.
Tonks with this ball into the area. Forest Green can't deal with the first ball. Can they deal with the second? They can't. Looking to clear. They just need to get rid of the ball. They do just that. But Tamworth have the ball into the area. Calls them to shoot. It opens up. Clips towards over Jed Ward's goal. Off for a goal kick. Tamworth are going like they're going for the win here. They're playing like they're still a goal behind.
Absolutely. I mean, it does make you think, why wasn't Tom Tonks on the pitch earlier?
Referee blows the full-time whistle. Forest Green come away with only a point. The Tamworth fans are by far the happier than the Forest Green ones. Really can't see too much in these farcical conditions as the fog gets deep around us. Full-time whistle, one apiece here, and a bizarre game, Paul. Interesting as well. I guess Forest Green are going to be disappointed they couldn't deal with that Tom Tonks throw.
Well, I think Forest Green will be disappointed because they held the lead for a long time in that game. But at the start of the game, when we saw the fog descending, we knew about the artificial pitch, we knew about Tonks' throw-ins. A point here, I think, is still a very good point indeed. And Forest Green have been on the front foot for a lot of that game. They weren't on the back foot probably until the last 10 or 15 minutes when Tonks' throw-ins really started to give Tamworth some momentum. And both teams were bright and fresh. Forest Green, though, have matched the tests that were put their way today, and that's credit to Forest Green because this really testing conditions, and the Forest Green players going over to applaud the fans. You've got a lot of players there who've put their bodies on the line, taken bookings, taken one for the team. Liam Serkin back in the side, got through 90 minutes. Joel Quigley brought back in today. He was bright and lively, led the line in the attack, and Forest Green very close to taking all 3 points here today. And elsewhere, while Barnet still going, I think, at home to Sutton, but they're losing 3-2. So with Oldham, York possibly postponed, we're hearing, that could be a very good point for Forest Green today. I think both sides will be pretty happy with it as well. Tamworth, it keeps up their momentum, their upsurge in form, their long unbeaten home record. This is one of the toughest places to come and win in the National League, and that's been proven today.
Yeah, disappointment for the Forest Green fans. They could, of course, gone top of the table if the results went their way. And they dealt with a lot of Tom Tonks throws, but it's just that one which eluded them, it went across goal. And yeah, it's just confirmation that tonight's game against York has been postponed. So that, I guess, is kind of good news for Forest Green that York aren't picking up points today. But it's all what ifs, isn't there? They got 3 points and they saw away and got 3 points. Got to give credit to Carl McAllister for the goal. Listen to Steve Cottrell's reaction here on Steve Kitching's match day. It's been a bizarre game with the conditions, with the fog which is again going all around us, and the fans, we have not been probably able to see the Forest Green fans behind the goal the other end. Forest Green with the kit clash as well, with their green training kit they had to wear and hurriedly print their numbers on the back of their shirts, and it's bizarre, isn't it, the manner of the game today. But Forest Green have picked up a point. They didn't lose, and they really could have gone. Let's not forget, Tamworth had a goal disallowed in the last few minutes as well. Thanks to the referee for giving the free kick against Forest Green after the ball went in off an own goal. Well,
does Manny Alcidabe head the ball backwards into his own goal if he's not being shoved? I don't think he does. So I think that's a good decision from the referee. Let quite a few things go today, but that is a hard-fought point in difficult conditions. Every advantage to the home team, and Forest Green have withstood that. That's a real good test to come through, and that could be an excellent point come the end of the season.
No game on Saturday in the National League, so the next league action is in the new year, the 1st of January. Forest Green host Yeovil. Join us with that commentary on there. Thank you very much for joining us for commentary this evening here at the Lambs Ground. Full time here, Forest Green 1, Tamworth 1.
Steve Kitchen, BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
So that's the way it's ended in our commentary matches this afternoon here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. A late goal for Joel Colwell gives Cheltenham Town a 2-1 win against Crewe. Forest Green Rovers concede a late goal to draw 1-1 at Tamworth. We'll round up all of the scores between now and 6 o'clock, and reaction to come, of course, here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire 2 from within inside the camps.
On BBC iPlayer.
3, 2, 1.
I'm absolutely buzzing, I am.
Oh, that's champion.
We've got Christmas sorted.
OK, look in the sack, quick.
Can we?
Well, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Oh, a Wallace onesie.
Brand new Gavin and Stacey, Gladiator Celebrity Special, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and loads more.
Well, come on.
Tidy. Christmas on BBC iPlayer.
Don't tell me what happened in Gavin and Stacey. I've still got to watch it. I'm trying to keep away from as long as I can. Just coming up to 5 o'clock here on BBC Radio, Gloucestershire goals to celebrate then and wins to celebrate too. Gloucester City 3-1 winners against Swindon Supermarine, 1,467 inside New Meadow Park this afternoon watching that one. Big win for Bishop's Cleeve at neighbours Evesham, 4-0 winners. Ethan Dunbar scoring twice in the second half there. And Cinderford have come from 2-0 down to get a 2-2 draw at Malvern Town as well in the Southern League Division 1 South. So lots to talk about, and of course I want to hear what you're thinking as well, whether you've been listening, whether you've been watching and turning on your radio now to have your say. Love to hear your thoughts. Cheltenham Town fans, how important is it that Joel Colwell stays at Cheltenham Town? Obviously it would be nice, but if they can't keep him, can you cover? GLOS, Gloss at the start of your message. Send it to 81333. Gloss and your message to 81333. On WhatsApp, it's 08000 321 333. Your thoughts from your game this afternoon. Start your message with the word Gloss on WhatsApp to 08000 321 333. On the text lines, Gloss and your thoughts to 81333. And if you're on X, at BBC Gloss to get in touch as well with your thoughts. Lots to talk about between now and 6 o'clock. I think we can soundly say that it has been a bumper Boxing Day of entertainment and lots of talking points as well to come between now and 6 o'clock on the programme.
Match Day.
BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
This is your Boxing Day Match Day on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, where from the first Noel to the second Joel, there are cheers inside Cheltenham.
Here's Holicek, right hand side, makes 10 yards or so. He's got Young with him. Holicek, ball into the box. Lancaster controls it. Lancaster scores. Lancaster puts it into the back of the net. The ball in from Holicek. He took the control, given too much space in the box, and he runs away to celebrate with the Crew fans on the far Thomas side. With the corner on the far side. Luke Young on the edge of the box. Every other Cheltenham player inside it. Corner to the near post. Bakare! Cleared by the goal. Scores! It's turned in by Joel Colwell. The first shot was blocked. It came out and Joel Colwell was there on the spot. His fourth league goal of the season for the Cardiff loanee, and Cheltenham are back on level terms. Down the line, looking for the run of Thomas. Can Thomas hook his foot around it and get in the box? He can. Comes out. Joel Colwell scores a fantastic goal for Cheltenham Town. The ball came into the box. It was laid back to Joel Colwell about 15 yards out, and he finds the top corner. He sprints to the far side to celebrate. Joel Colwell has turned it round. Cheltenham Town have turned it round. Cheltenham Town Crew Alexandra 1.
Thrown for Tamworth by their corner flag, so the players stolen a few yards up there. Referee's telling him to don't go any further. Quickly taps to McAllister on the right, edge of the D. Thinks about having a shot first time, takes a touch instead, goes to the penalty, goes to his right foot, powerful shot into the goal for Forest Green. Off the crossbar, McAllister picked his moment. Thought he might have taken a touch too many. Blasted it when he was 6 yards out, but Forest Green 1-0 ahead.
Carl McAllister then scores the first for Forest Green, but they can't hang on for all three at Tamworth.
Going off for another Tamworth throw. This one a far more dangerous position, 15 yards up from the corner flag on the Forest Green right. Important to defend this one well. Another long throw into the box. It's so congested. Time goal for Tamworth. Forest Green couldn't deal with it, and it was tapped in on the far post. It came from the long throw, and Forest Green in injury time see himself Tamworth score level, one apiece.
Yeah, there was a chance for Forest Green Rovers to go top of the table in the National League. It didn't happen in the end. Barnet still drawing 3-3 with Sutton United in the 12th minute of time added on. But Forest Green Rovers only take a point then from their trip to Tamworth. Your thoughts, Rovers fans? Text the word Gloss, GLOS, in your message to 81333. It's at BBC Gloss on X. And if you're coming through on WhatsApp, Gloss and your message to 08000 321 333. In racing, there are double celebrations at Ben Pauling's Yard at Naunton as leader of the pack wins the first race of the